Good morning, everyone. This is a quick recapitulation class of our chapter respiration. We have already done respiration during our online classes. So it's a quick revision of the whole chapter. Those who haven't attended the classes, maybe due to some net problem or any other reason, you can see this video, and already I've sent you the PDF. So you've got all the important points in your PDF. So both together you can do your work. So the chapter is respiration. So first thing, what is respiration? Or how do we define respiration? If you ask this word to anyone, any normal person, they'll say it's a breathing. But for you, we are learning the science. So for us, what is respiration? For us, respiration means the release of energy in the cell. We have done it already, that respiration is actually the chemical process in which the energy is released in a body. From where this energy comes? It comes from the food that we eat. The food that we eat, from there the energy by the process of respiration is released in our body. Now who puts the energy there? Who has put energy in the food? You have done photosynthesis. So you know the plants, the green plants, they use the light energy, and they use that energy into a chemical form of energy, and they store it in the food. You have done this part in your photosynthesis part. Now during respiration, what happens? This food which has gone to the cell, you can say it's oxidized or it's broken up. So carbon dioxide and water, you remember, when they combine together in presence of that energy from the light. So now when that food has gone into your cell, now food is decomposing, it's breaking, and when it's breaking, the energy which has combined the molecules there, now it's released in the cell. So actually this respiration is a chemical change in our body, chemical process. And the oxygen, what happens actually? Oxygen, it oxidizes the glucose. You know the formula of glucose? C6H12O6. So two oxides are formed. Carbon will make carbon dioxide and water will make hydrogen oxide. And whatever energy was combining these elements together, now it's released in the body. Now you know already what is the site, which is the place actually, which cell organelle is actually responsible. Yes? Mitochondria, right? Mitochondria is the place in the cell. That's why you remember we discussed that mitochondria is also called the powerhouse of the cell, because it sort of liberates. It's inside the cell, it releases the energy for us to do the work. Like I'm talking, you're sitting and listening also, you're seeing. But even then, in our body, continuously the work is being done. So that is the activity taking place. So actually respiration, if you think, it's divided, you can learn it in two steps. First will be just the mechanical step, which is the breathing. First one is just mechanical breathing. In breathing, what do? We take in oxygen through our nose, it goes to the lungs, and the carbon dioxide from the lungs, it comes out. Clear? So this is the breathing, and the second part is the cellular respiration or internal respiration. What is cellular respiration? That means this is the cellular respiration, that is the oxidation of glucose. So when we study respiration, as you have seen, we study it under two headlines, but there are 3 points about it. What are the three points? First will be the taking in of oxygen. Then second will be the oxidation of food with release of energy, oxidation of glucose, and the third step will be the release of carbon dioxide, release of CO2. Carbon dioxide is given out. So the 3 steps together under 2 headlines, one is breathing, the other one is the cellular respiration. And during this, a new substance you have already done, adenosine triphosphate, ATP is formed. It is a compound which stores energy. Whenever we need energy is taken out from there. Clear? Now, when we were doing this, we used another term. We have learned another term. What is that term? Metabolism. Remember, we have done metabolism. What is metabolism? All the activities that is happening inside our body called metabolism. Now this metabolism can be a building up process, can be breaking down process. Very, very important and very, very simple example you remember, you can learn. photosynthesis makes food. So it is the building up process, and respiration, breaking down of food, that is the breaking down process. So metabolism also is divided into two steps. One is called anabolism. Anabolism means building up. Already I have given you the PDF. In the PDF I have given you all the process. And second one is the catabolism, or the breaking down process. So these all the functions that are carrying inside the body, either they are anabolic activities or catabolic. Very simple example, photosynthesis is anabolic, food is prepared, and respiration is catabolic because food is broken down. Clear? Now, actually, if you think about it, you imagine yourself, just think about it, you're breathing, okay, you're taking in oxygen, immediately we are giving out. Can you think what is happening in between? This taking in and giving out. In between, a cycle is completed. What is that cycle completed? That oxidation. So actually, if you think of it, you are breathing in, oxygen is going to the lungs. From the lungs, the blood will, you remember alveoli? Where the oxygen air goes in, richly supplied with blood capillaries. So blood will carry that oxygen and take it to all the cells, right from your head to toe, all the cells of your body. In the body, in the cytoplasm and in mitochondria, that oxygen will react with the glucose, which has already been brought, the soluble food, by the blood. So oxygen and glucose will react in mitochondria. The chemical change will take place, food will break down, carbon dioxide will be released, and that carbon dioxide will be collected by the blood again and brought back to the lungs, from where you are exhaling it out. So inhaling and exhaling, that's a breathing, and in between the two, what has happened? That oxygen has been taken to cell, oxidation of food has taken place, that carbon dioxide has been brought back. So you don't think about it, but actually it's a mechanically, we're taking and giving. But you just think about it, what is the whole process going on, action taking place in the cell, and then it is coming back. Okay, so that is the basic thing about the respiration. Now another thing about the respiration in the plants, how do the plants breathe? The roots, they breathe by the process of diffusion by the cell membrane. Thin, you remember, semi-permeable cell membrane. So it comes in, the oxygen and carbon dioxide, the exchange of gases takes place through the cell wall and the cell membrane. Stem, you have learned the openings of the stem, the lenticels, through them they carry out. Leaves, they have got the stomata, so through stomata the exchange of gases will take place. So root, stem, leaf, all the parts of the plant, they also do the breathing, and they breathe by simple process of diffusion. Oxygen taken in and carbon dioxide is given out, right? Now, for us, there's one little bit, another important thing we learned in this chapter, that is the respiration are of two types. It's very peculiar, it sounds very odd. That is aerobic and anaerobic. So what is aerobic? Aerobic means the respiration in presence of oxygen, and anaerobic means the respiration in absence of oxygen. You might be very surprised, how can it be without oxygen? But it does take place. Without oxygen, the microorganism, the very, very sort of simple unicellular, or you can say microorganism, they breathe by process. We also, normally our breathing is aerobic. But when we do anaerobic, when you are running, you are walking very fast, you are doing exercises. So our body cells, the muscles, they need extra energy for that extra work. But the amount of oxygen released in our body is limited. So that time, the muscle cells will breathe anaerobically for that extra energy. That is called the anaerobic respiration. There it is also a process of respiration, but it's incomplete. So little bit of energy is given out, but that's enough for that extra work, the extra energy needed. Clear? So this is very simple chapter. You go through your PDF file. Every important point I have written it there, and you see this video and you will get the clear picture. If you want to ask anything, we can discuss it in class again. Thank you.